to another episode of IssaVibe at Red Autumn. Today I have a very special guest and a very good friend of mine, Antoinette. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm excited.
So just to get started, let's give an introduction of yourself.
Let's see. What you want to know? Just a little bit of.
A little bit of you. There's somebody just watching you just wants to see who's this,
Okay.
Like just a background.
All right, let's see. Atlanta native. Ironically, I knew this because you kept telling me this, but like I went to North Clayton in 10th grade. So like to come here today, it was like, wow, like that's crazy that I'm doing that. So Atlanta native, went to North Clayton High School, which is where this is, and so that's pretty cool. Let's see. Free spirit, on a self-discovery journey, like just living life authentically though.
So on your self-discovering journey, what's something that you've discovered so far about yourself that you didn't know, let's say in time span of a year from back then to now?
Yeah.
What's something that you've learned?
As bright and as light as my energy can be, and I know that about myself, what I didn't know was that my inner child was never really a child back then. When I was a child, I was never really a child. So right now, like discovering that is just the biggest part of it because like I know how to survive is what that told me, but I gotta learn how to slow down and stop being so urgent about things. And I'm learning that when you do slow down and you aren't so urgent about things, you don't miss a lot of the signs that you're supposed to grasp, even the small ones. So I was very urgent and in survival mode, which I think we all are to some degree, but I definitely can identify that in myself now. So that's been like the biggest thing.
Do you feel like family plays a big part in that with most people, or do you feel like it really just depends on the person, like as far as the environment growing up? Like, because I know a lot of times people will say, it's where I'm from, or that's what I've been through. But when you get to a certain age, I believe that it really depends on you after a while.
Yeah. I mean, to answer to the point of your first part of that question, I do think it has a lot to do with family. I think it starts there. Now, it's not always how things start, but I think it's a big influential part of it. And then, like you said to your other point, though, at some point, like, all right, you got to take responsibility because we ain't there no more. So you got to move on. And in moving on, you have to identify the triggers or whatever that might be, whatever journey you're on, and make it your own at that point. So I think it's a little bit of both. It is the environment, it is you growing up, it is you taking accountability at some point and responsibility and saying, all right, it started with someone else, but I'm gonna be the one to finish it and make it better. So yeah.
So the first steps to someone at home who wants to start on their healing journey but don't know how to, what would you give them if they would ask you? What would be the first things as far as like
make up? I think once you make up in your mind that that's what you want, I think the rest of it, even when it's hard, it'll be easy. So what I mean is I think when you make up in your mind that I want to be this better person in whatever regard that might be, I think at that point, when you say that to yourself, you like, okay, I'm committed. You committed. So that means you're going to show up for yourself. That means you're going to make yourself proud. I think just making that decision to say, all right, enough is enough. And I'm going to make that decision and commitment.
That's one of the first forms of self-love as well.
Yeah.
The first steps to it, because if you don't make that decision, you never will, pretty much, and other people will make that for you.
Right.
And that's one thing that I believe that our generation has a lot of flaws in, is because we're too dependent on another person being there, or another individual being there, and you're dependent on however they feel is going to determine how you feel.
Right.
And that's pretty bad to have. That's a very bad habit to have, and it leads to toxic traits that you can carry on into other relationships, even other relationships, whether that's friendships or it can tear down relationships in family.
Because it also can lead to codependency. Make a person codependent on having someone there, whether that's a friend, whether that's a family member. And I think I can't really say this is what I learned on my journey because this is just, I think, who I was born to be. I'm an only child. So I'm not real big on friendship. I have few of them, but I ain't real big on like the desire to just go out and get a gang of friends. So I spend a lot of time alone, and I'm comfortable in it. I'm confident in it. Like that's when I might shine the brightest, to be honest. But a lot of people don't sit with themselves. A lot of people don't spend a long time together, like by themselves. Like they always have to be with somebody, whether that's a friend or a family member. And when you're codependent like that, you're missing a lot of the connection with yourself because you're constantly trying to get that connection from somebody else. So, yeah. Yeah.
That's a good response to that.
Yeah.
And, you pretty much broke it down. It's clear as day.
Yeah.
And, also to add along to that is people have to remember that, we all came here by ourselves.
Right.
And we're going to leave here by ourselves. In between that dashes in between is what we did, but that start date and that end date is inevitable. Right. But whatever you do on the inside is gonna always be there. Right. So what's something that you love to do? Like what is your, like when this hobby comes to your mind and you see the opening to go do it, mm-hmm. You're just like, no, like I can't wait. Like I'm looking forward to doing this. Like I love doing this.
A hobby of mine that I love to do.
It could be outside, doing something outside at the park, anything.
To be honest, it really is just the park. Like just going to the park. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care what type of weather it is. Like actually, rain is actually my favorite weather. So like going to the park and just being there. And now with the journey that I'm on, I like to be grounded or trying to be more grounded rather. And so like I'll even spend time like like it's a new park that I discovered, and since it's fairly new, I'll step my feet in it without any shoes or socks, and just take a moment to be grounded, even if it's just for like 10, 15 seconds. It's like I did it, which is something outside of my comfort zone. So the park, like that's my happy place. I love it, like in every regard. Like if I'm stressed, if I'm just like, I want to get out the house, it's raining, I want to go sit in the car with the rain, like it's everything, the park. That's my answer.
Even all the way down to like the bugs or...
Everything. Got to have it because that just makes it like everything. Like, I don't know, it just makes it perfectly imperfectly. Like imperfectly perfect. That's what it does. It's like, yeah, you don't want the mosquitoes and the bugs and stuff like that, but you want that sunshine, or you want that breeze, or you want, you know what I'm saying, you want to be grounded. So it's everything, yes. Even everything, even the bug.
And that's because it's the fact of us having access to it as well. Like,
yeah, like the freedom, like to just be able to get up and go to the park. Like it's the little things for me in life. So just being able to get up and go to the park, like a joyride, it's being able to make that choice, that small freedom that we normally take for granted. Yeah, I love that.
So do you feel like internet has taken that beautiful opportunity away from most people?
I do. I think we take that for granted. It's something I remember reading like on Pinterest, because like I don't do a lot of TikTok and Instagram. Like I'm starting to now because of the lane that I'm trying to venture off into. But if it was my choice, I wouldn't want to be on social media. So I use Pinterest a lot. So I'm not really interacting or seeing people, but I'm still getting to kind of like see the way of life as it grows. And I remember one joke I seen on there one time. It said something about it's a lot of construction. They cutting down all the trees. No, they said something like cut all the trees down, and the person was like, well, just fuck breathing, right? And so I'm like, right, like we take them little things for granted. It's like, so yeah, the internet, like I don't know, like you could do everything on the internet, so you don't really think about the fact that you breathe in air or that you feel the sunshine. So yeah, the internet, yeah, I think it robs us of the true beauty. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, because I feel like the internet, we really shouldn't have that much access to knowing what's going on everywhere in the world in our hands. Like that's something really God should really be the only one to be able to know everything. That's too much for the average human mind, because now we hear these crazy stories with people being cheated on or people being abused at home, and that leads to the person taking in that information to look at it as, all right, I don't want to ever be in a relationship. I don't ever want to be married because, like, look what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that gives them a stereotypical type of viewpoint on things that's probably not even in their vicinity of where they're living at.
Yeah, I think the internet definitely, I don't know. It's good for what it's good for, but it's bad for what it's bad for.
Yeah, the internet is it's pretty toxic. You know, even just the way. First of all, how do you feel about politics?
Well, I don't really follow. I mean, I vote. Don't get me wrong, but
Who do you vote for first? They got to know that. Who you voting for?
The lesser of two evils.
Yeah, which poison you voting for? The better poison.
I guess that depends on who you asking, but I mean, I voted for Biden.
Oh, Biden.
I did.
Okay. All right. I had to make sure. I had to make sure for everybody back home now. I had to make sure.
But I mean, I don't really follow it though. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even follow it. I know Trump. I know what everyone says he's about and the things that they say he's gonna enforce and things like that. And that's as far as I go.
Do you feel like even with that, do you feel like what Trump's doing really is affecting, or do you feel like it's just a hoax? Because a lot of people, I know you aren't in the politics realm like that. I understand you're not in the politics realm, but people usually say that Donald Trump, he's really not the one that's behind all of it.
Okay.
And by that, what I mean is that with Donald Trump, it was something I seen on the video.
So like he the face of the mayhem, but he's not really the one pulling the strings?
Exactly.
Okay. And so you're asking me, do I feel like that's possibly true, or is he really the one pulling the strings? Which one do you think I would lean on?
Because you know how a lot of people say they don't vote because our vote doesn't matter. It's somebody else who's in power.
Yeah. See, that's the thing with me. So I play devil's advocate a lot with everything. So I do feel there is a part of me that feels like our vote doesn't really matter as much, but there's a part of me that feels like it does. So in the rare chance that it actually does, then that's the point of me voting for me. Now, to answer your question though, with Donald Trump, that's a good question. I guess I would say I think it's a little bit of both, because I think that there are some things that he probably was the originator or the one that really wanted this, but as far as it goes, I don't know about that, but because he started it, he has to continue it. So yeah, I think it'd be a little bit of both.
You think it's kind of sad how not ISIS, but ICE, you know how they're doing the deportation on immigrants? Like, do you feel like that's kind of messed up?
So again, I don't follow, but from what I think I have heard from a friend that I work with, she would tell me some things, and she's from the Bahamas, and she would say that I guess it was like so bad to the point where they weren't they didn't care to check or do their due diligence to make sure you were a citizen or something like that. Like if you were just of, I guess, any foreign descent, that you would just be, sent wherever, deported or something like that. Yeah, from just that little bit of information, yeah, that's I'm a big person on fairness, and I just really don't feel like that's fair. Like if a person is rightfully really went through the process of becoming a citizen, and they're like whatever, then yeah, that's messed up.
How do you feel about the economy as far as like with the cost of living and things like that? Do you feel like it's going in the right direction?
It's 2025.
You just said a lot right there. It's 2025.
It's 2025. Tesla got that new truck out that look like we about to be living like the Jetsons.
And you trying to get it?
No, absolutely not.
You don't want to be in a little.
I don't want nothing to do with Elon. I'm good. No, thank you. No, thank you. But the economy. Yeah. So you asked me like, do I recycle? Because no, but I mean, as far as like the cost of living, I don't know, it kind of just is what it is. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm 35. So when I was 21, I got my first apartment. It was a studio apartment. It was $450. Now, if you try to get the studio apartment, but hold on, though, that was it. Hold on, that was at the top of Highway 85 in Riverdale. Now, if you try to get a studio apartment somewhere else, I'm sure it's not $450, even if it is on the south side. So it's a bit much. It's a bit much for me, but imagine like people like our parents who have seen it like in their generation where the economy and the cost of living was different then, and now imagine what they're like experiencing now. I'm saying all that to say that basically like it's just life. Like
Yeah, it is.
it just happens.
Yeah, we just gotta really just go with the flow with it.
Yeah, you just gotta adapt.
Unless you've been saving the house since you was in third grade.
Right. Unless your family, got it like that and they, yeah.
Yeah, because I was outside BS in recess when I should have been putting in job applications.
Right. So it's just life. You just gotta adapt.
You know what's something that helps me pass the time though?
What?
If it's like I'm not working on my music, or if I'm not at work, I have, grown a even bigger love for reading.
Okay.
Because I do love to read,
Yeah.
but I did stop for a very long time. I'm going to be honest about that. But even with me getting back into reading, the books that I do read, there's the one that I'm still stuck on, the Don't Believe Everything You Think.
Oh, I think I got that book recently from a friend.
Did you read?
I didn't. But that's crazy that you bring that up.
I love that book.
Is it white?
Yeah, it's a white book. It's a white book with the outline of the person's head. Yeah.
Okay, I do. Yep, she gave me that book. Yeah.
And one of the things that I've read in a chapter was saying that with people, we have to understand that our situations aren't as bad as we think it is, because it gave a great example. It said you could live with you listening to how you think, you could be living in a whole different world compared to the world that you're actually in.
Right. Okay,
so in the chapter, it said you could be out with your family bowling and having a great time. And it could be another man with his family bowling, having a great time. And you're dreading that you have to go back to work on Monday. And it's Saturday at this point.
Yeah.
And the other man, he doesn't like his job, but he's going to worry about it when he gets there.
Right.
So you sitting there dreading the job will cause you to not enjoy the moment that you're in with your family. Yeah. So now both of you are living in two different worlds.
Yeah, exactly. And they're at the same place at the same time, but in two different worlds. Yeah. That's kind of what I was saying about like at the beginning when I was telling you that I learned not to be like so urgent in life and live in the moment. Like slow down, like worry about where you are right now in that moment so that you can either enjoy it, handle it how it needs to be handled in any regard. Live in that moment. Like don't panic, don't rush, don't just flow. So yeah, like I totally get that. That's definitely possible.
So that's one of your best defenses on steering away from negativity.
Yep.
In all different directions.
Yeah, like live in that moment and figure out what's best. Figure out what you're feeling. Like one of the things that was really big for me on this self-discovery journey was wanting to be able to still feel like namaste, even if the outside world around me is in chaos. I still want to be able to master my energy. So with that, it's like I have to live in that moment. I can't run. I can't escape it. I need to be present right now. Figure out what it is that you're feeling right now. Where is that coming from? How can you change it? All of that. Be present so that you can handle it as best as you need to. And then in those moments where you're just having like a good time, live in that moment because that's you deserving that moment. So live in it. So yeah.
Yeah, people have to understand, even if nobody wants to be around you or wants to even be with you, it matters on, do you want to be around you?
Yeah.
Do you want to be with you?
Right. What do you think of yourself? Yeah. How do you feel about yourself?
Yeah. That's what matters at the end, because, at the end of the day, everybody's going to go home and look in the mirror.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. And that reminds me of another thing I seen on Pinterest. It said, if everybody was blind, who would you impress? Like if all you had to offer were your good looks or your flashy clothes or your nice jewelry or the things that we can see, you know, if all of that was taken away from you and the only thing you had to use to impress somebody was the feeling that you make them feel about themselves when you're around them, how you speak to them, how you treat them, how you like that, if that's all you had to work off of, who would you impress? And that makes you think about, well, damn, what do I really offer? Like, am I being a good person? Am I being my best person? So yeah.
Do you feel like it's always you're going to find a is there a finish line to finding the best version of yourself, or do you feel like it's always going to be a journey towards it?
That's a good question that I kind of like struggle with a little bit because I don't want to imagine that I'm always chasing something. So a part of me kind of feels like there is no end to it. That is all an experience. That that things are not measured by like a starting and a stop except for the experience. But aside from those two things on the inside, it's an experience and you dictate how that's going to be. Like, I read something recently that said we were the masters of our own creation or the masters of our reality or something like that.
Mm-hmm. We are.
Right. So it's basically that you're in an experience that you dictate how it goes, whether that's enforcing a boundary, whether that's setting a new routine, whether that's committing to a new lifestyle that you want. You're the creator. So it's an experience that can't be measured by start or stop except for birth and death. That's what I think. So I kind of struggle with that question because it's like, yeah, there is a final chapter for everybody at some point, but to say it's a final, I guess it's a final chapter of who you're looking for at the end of some tunnel. No, no. I think it's infinite possibilities of who you can become if you choose to become somebody different or you choose to stay the same. I guess it goes back to just being we the creators or the masters of our like reality rather.
Yeah, because a lot of us think that we have it all figured out when you're by yourself, but when those challenges come up, that's when the real stuff comes to the surface on how you deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people think that they've found peace, but peace really isn't a destination.
Right.
It's something that you already got to have from within,
Yeah.
and you start with it by choice.
Yeah.
I would say you find peace by choice. You choose it.
Choice. Yeah, I think so.
It's not like, oh, I got this person out of my life or I got this person out of my face, who used to irritate me so much. Now I can have peace. Yeah. But I don't think because that circles back around to your codependency. Yeah. Right? Because you're looking for something out of someone, and then if you feel like you're not finding it and you guys are bumping heads, you're being stressed by it. But when they leave, you feel like you have peace because this person is gone. When whether that person is here or not, you should already have that peace from within.
Right. And they should either be adding to it or not taking away from it.
And just because they're not adding to it doesn't mean that they're the reason you don't have peace. That's an inner thing.
Exactly.
But I have another question. One time there was a book you told me about, Subtle Art of Not
Giving a fuck.
Yes, I meant to get that book. I meant to buy that. How is that book?
I forgot about that book. I ordered it. I was reading the sample or whatever, and it was going real good. And then I guess I had to wait. And then when it came, I never picked it back up. But I should. Maybe this is like a nudge telling me you should go pick that book up, because another book that I started that I need to finish was The Four Agreements. You ever heard of that book?
Yeah, I have that book. I got to get started on it. I didn't start on it yet.
Okay, you have that book. You got to get started.
Because I've been hearing about that book from a lot of people.
Right, but I've been hearing about it for years, like a long time, like even in my 20s. So it's like, it's crazy how it comes back full circle. Like, because I'm not really a big, and that's probably the reason why I haven't finished the ones that I have, but I'm not really a big self-help type of book type of person. So like, I might start it, but to like, I guess follow through is a little iffy. But those books I like. Actually, I like those books.
Yeah, what was the first book you ever read, as far as you can remember?
It was a Zane book.
A Zane? What is a Zane?
Zane is an author.
Oh.
And
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about the title of the book.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
What
I can't remember the title, but I just remember the name of the author. So yeah, that was the first book that I read. I was like 18, I think.
Mine was in middle school, and it was a childish book.
Okay.
A lot of people who read pretty much, if you was a kid, you probably know what book I'm talking about. I'll wait because I don't want you to spit water. You're probably going to laugh.
Okay.
Captain Underpants.
See, now you took me back to my childhood. Okay, yeah, now that you remind me, yeah, he was definitely on the list. Yeah.
And I used to always tear the pages up by mistake. Because the fights, when you could flip it to see the fights, I used to go real fast. I really wanted to see him punch him faster.
I like that. That's creative.
Yeah, so the books used to tear up, and then I would get mad, and my parents wouldn't give me another one because I kept tearing the books up.
That's what you get.
And that's evil to say.
It's not.
Because I was known for tearing stuff up sometimes as a kid. You know, I was a little bad. I'm not gonna lie, not all the way bad.
Did you ever read Harry Potter?
I played the games, but I couldn't get into the books. I think because it didn't have pictures for me.
I think it was just so big. It was just such a big book. It was just so discouraging as a little kid for me.
Discouraging?
Yes, because
How was Harry Potter discouraging?
Because it was like this thick-ass book. Think about it. Captain Underpants is what? This thick?
Yeah.
Harry. Okay, now you offering me Harry Potter? That's discouraging.
Yeah, that is bigger than a burger, yeah.
Like, I'm used to reading Underpants, and now you telling me you want me to have intellect plus this big-ass book? No, my imagination didn't go that far.
And then I didn't even like the cartoon. Let me stop. I'm not dissing Harry Potter.
Yeah, not
no
dissing Harry Potter, but I was just thinking about the childhood books like you asked, and I started thinking that was always the books that I would get. My parents would get them for me, but I would never read them, so I kind of wasted their money.
Yeah, that one and Goosebumps. I couldn't get into them.
See?
I like the shows, though.
See, I like Goosebumps, and it was like same thing. I couldn't get into the book, but I still like the idea of it, like, because I'm into horror, so I still like the idea of it. So it was like I was into it, but not that into it. Yeah, but I remember Goosebumps.
It was another book, too, I used to read. Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Never read it, but I know what you're talking about.
The movie, have you ever seen the movie?
No. I'm telling you, my little inner child was not a child back then. I watched stuff like She's All That, which is like a teenage movie, not a kid.
Not the eating 90s, Nick, all that?
No. So okay, let me see how can I explain this. Basically, like, I didn't watch cartoons and stuff like that. But I did watch things like Even Stevens though, and Lizzie McGuire, and on like the Disney Channel. Okay. But I did not watch Cartoon Network. And I could not really get into Nickelodeon because it was so goofy. Yes.
That passed the time. Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, wasn't it? Hey, look, if y'all attack her.
I did like Amanda Bynes. She was real mean. She was
Amanda Show. Amanda.
That's the one. Yeah. I did like her.
About.
She was loud.
Yeah.
I remember. Okay, I did like her. I did like Cousin Skeeter.
Drake and Josh. What about Drake and Josh?
No,
Drake and Josh. You didn't like Drake and Josh?
No, but I did like. Well, I don't know if Victorious was that same era.
Victorious, it kind of was. I mean, it was what, Teen Nick, I think. I wasn't a fan of Teen Nick, so I'm not sure. I wasn't that man. Like Degrassi, the only time I knew about Degrassi was Drake getting shot in the back.
I knew of Degrassi, but after a certain point, I stopped watching it. So it's like a blur.
I know you used to watch Adult Swim a little bit.
No.
You didn't watch nothing on Adult Swim?
No.
Family Guy?
No.
You never seen Family Guy?
No. If it's
oh my
animated,
God.
if it's animated, I'm not watching it. Like it. I don't know. Like I'm instantly like I'm not gonna like that.
So you just like the real life people in front of cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
So like.
Oh, I remember the movie. Okay, Spy Kids. That was the movie. No, you asked me what was my first book. Never mind. Come on.
Spy Kids. They had books.
I ain't read it, but Spy Kids. Well, I had that thing.
They didn't have no pictures though. Nah.
I had that on refeed.
What about You seen the movies? Yeah, you seen the movie.
Spy Kids 1, yeah, because I love that one, but all the other ones, no.
You don't watch the 3D one? When Grandpa got in a little robot suit?
No.
And Grandpa was hooking? Hey, look, Grandpa was going crazy.
How was you watching it?
Boy, I was little. I can't even remember.
Dang.
I can't even remember.
All I remember is Spy Kids 1.
And Sharkborn Lava Girl also.
Nope.
That was good too. Side note, shout out to Da Vinci for the water. This is some really good water.
Yeah.
This T2O. Shout out to you. And we're going to need more of these.
Yes, it is really good. Appreciate you.
Back to your televised programming. Another, it was movies that I've seen growing up too that I kind of really didn't like either. I was terrified of not Goosebumps. What was it called? Creep Show. Have you ever heard of Creep Show?
It sounds familiar.
So it was one scene on Creep Show where it was this it was like a monkey, and the monkey was like from the 1700s, and it was like an evil monkey that used to like eat people and stuff. And the monkey got put in this crate and thrown at the bottom of a lake. And like in the movie, like they fast forward to like 2006 or something like that. And this man found that crate and brought it up out the water. He was fishing, like, when they do the junk fishing in lakes and stuff, like trying to find random stuff. Yeah. They throw magnets down in the bottom of the river, or they'll just scoop trying to find treasure hunting in random rivers. So he found a box. He thought it was gold or something there. He opened it up. The monkey ate this man alive. Scared the shit out of him. I'm talking about, it got so bad that my mom used to get on my dad whenever, like, because my dad thought it was funny. So he would buy the DVD just to like play it in the house sometimes. So what I would do, like, if I seen a receipt paper that said Creep Show on it, I'd get a glove. And I'll like, soon as I touch it, like I'm getting ready to run. Yeah. So as soon as I grab with the glove, I run as fast as I can to drop it in the trash, and I run past the trash can to my room.
But why? What did that do for you?
Because
as a kid, what did you think
it was
you were doing?
I wanted it out the house, but I didn't know how to take out the trash at that age, so I didn't know where to go to get it out the house. I just knew when it goes in this can, it leaves the house eventually. So I was just like, man, look, I don't want it in the float. I don't want this shit floating, because if it touched me, I'm going to die. I did not like that monkey in that movie, bro.
Your brain was imaginative.
Man.
That's crazy.
I was a chicken when I was little. I used to run away from my own golden retriever at night, because when the lights hit her eyes, it does this little shine. Yeah, That's all I needed. That's all I need to see, bro. You're not my.
35, and Cam, his eyes did that the other day. I'm talking about yesterday, and I'm like, bro, chill.
Yeah, like you're not my dog until the morning, bro.
Right, I'm like, bro, chill. No, I'm with you on it though.
But so what's something that's a personal goal of yours?
A personal goal of mine? Let me see.
It could be anything. It doesn't just have to be,
I got one. Personal goal of mine is I want to own a house on some land far away in solitude with a garden and a sunflower garden. That's a personal goal of mine. Like, I think that's like my ultimate goal, actually. Like, I just want to have like the easy, like the carefree life, the simple life, like, but like in the most lavish of ways in some ways. So like the house on the outside looks modest, but like on the inside, maybe I got like everything that I want. Like maybe I have like a theater in there, but it's for like a minimalist. So like, maybe it's like in a room like this, and yeah, I want that.
So like a little bit of a country bougie.
Yeah.
Country
yeah,
bougie.
Like when you come there, like when you walk up, you're like, oh, this feel like home. Like,
and she got cows and
but, right. I do want a horse, not gonna lie.
Do you walk in there? You said, what, in the high class?
Right. Hardwood floors, and I want the marble countertops, all that good stuff.
Didn't you tell me one time you have a little bit of carpentry?
Yeah. There was a time when I was trying to build or renovate, I guess, like make a shed into a tiny home. Yeah.
How's that going with that shed?
Well, that was in 2022. Yeah, 2022. And yeah, no, that didn't finish.
Where is that? You just sitting out there undone?
No, I told them folks to come back and get it. I told them folks to come back and get it.
So you just left an unfinished shed and just told them?
Bro, I did them a favor because I put down floors and everything.
At least they paid. They got to pay you a little something.
And insulation. I put in insulation. I put up some drywall. I did them a favor. Really, all they got to do is just do the little molding, the little mudding that you do. You in there.
You're not wrong playing with a little bit of mud. Yeah. All right, so before we wrap it up, what is something that you would like to tell the viewers at home? Something that you would like, if they came to you for some advice in life, just like, Antoinette, how can I even at least start on this type of journey that you said you're on, as far as with your self-searching?
So I would say, honestly, don't take life too serious. Honestly, because like I said, like it's inevitable. Like we're not making it out of here alive. So like you applying all this extra stress and things of that nature to things that really you're supposed to be experiencing. And if you're stressed out, you're not experiencing it. You're not enjoying it. You're not understanding it. You're not fully grasping it because you're missing key little points along the way. Like it's key pebbles. It's like breadcrumbs. It's like there's small components that you're supposed to pick up along the way. And if you're so hell bent on making something perfect and getting there as soon as you possibly can and rushing the process, you're going to miss out on the breadcrumbs that you're supposed to pick up along the way. So try to have as much fun as you possibly can. Don't take it too serious, and really like be you though. Like if you're in your 20s or whatever, learn how to be you as soon as you possibly can. Learn you as much as you can, because the quicker that you learn who you are, the sooner you'll live in that and walk in that and thrive in that person, and you'll attract all the opportunities you're supposed to attract by being just authentically you. So those are like the few little gems that I would give anybody.
Well, y'all heard it here first. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this.
Yes, ma'am. You will see it soon. All right, y'all. Today was another successful episode on IssaVibe at Red Autumn. We'll see y'all next time.
See you next time.
And you got to say peace.
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 Ain't coming no way.